Mike and Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the D10 by Mann Bags. Let's go ahead and dive in, break these bags down. As always, start materials. Slow side. This is a hybrid material. This is very similar to the slow side of the Brotherhood Guardian, the Killshot Wolverine, Southwest LTD, the True Cornhole Tremor. I can go on and on. There's a lot of bags that use this material. Very popular. It's one of the more popular hybrid materials out there. I call it a 5-speed. It probably plays a little bit quicker, 5.5, 6 when it's brand new. Once you break it in, softens up, it kind of fuzzes a little, it gets that 5, it stays pretty consistent across that 5. I talk about all the time with hybrid materials, one of the things that makes them most popular is because they play consistent across most board conditions, most weather conditions. So if you're in an area where you're dealing with some humidity, or you play in tournaments that go throughout a day or from the afternoon into the evening, and as the temperature changes, the board conditions change, maybe the moisture content changes, these stay pretty consistent. You don't have to change bags or change your throw. You can still throw kind of the same throw with this bag throughout all those conditions. So 5-speed on the slow side here. It's also a very hole-friendly material for the control you get. It's a bag that you can control and throw blockers with it, but it's still very hole-friendly. It's not that big a tread. Typically, when you get a control material, you give up hole-friendliness, but these hybrid materials are wonderful about maintaining hole-friendliness, even though they still give you that control. So 5-speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is the very similar to the fast side of the Sub-Zero Glacier, the Big Mac Bags Obedient. It's an 8-speed. It's a really nice material. It has control to it, but still fast enough to push through and collect those blockers, blow up the piles, clean up messes, slides of the board, any condition as well. So we're about a 5-8 speed on these D10s. Template-wise, it's a medium template bag. It's maybe starting to borderline on the larger side of medium. Still not quite big enough for me to call a large template medium, but it's on that a medium to large template, maybe is what we should call it. Fill-wise, it's probably a medium amount of fill in here, but because it's kind of bordering on a larger template, it's got flop to it. This bag has a decent amount of flop to it, but that flop gives this bag an absolute ton of forgiveness. This is a bag that if you don't throw flat, it has little to no kick to it. It's not going to punish you. It's not going to be uncontrollable. So you can get up there, and if you're a little inconsistent with how you throw your bag or how the bag comes out of your hand, because of the flop, the bag has absolute forgiveness. And this flop gives this bag a ton of forgiveness around the hole, which is where I think this bag really shines, around the hole. You've got that flop, and when that corner just gets up to, it'll hook the lip of that hole and grab it and pull that bag back and just drip this bag right back in. So this bag has a very large landing zone. I talk about that rectangular box that you want to land your bags in to make sure that they catch the hole and go in. Fuller, smaller template bags have smaller landing zones. The larger, floppier bags have larger landing zones. This has got a really nice, large landing zone, so it's very forgiving. If accuracy is your problem and you're kind of missing your mark left to right a lot of times, this bag will make up for those mistakes. If you can just get that corner to grab, it's going to go in the hole, even though you missed where you're trying to throw. So love the forgiveness on these D10s. The fill in here is a mixed fill, which I talk about all the time, how much I love mixed fills. There's probably, I feel like maybe there's more flat disc fill in here than anything else. So what it feels like to me. I could be wrong. Like, I don't open the bags up. I didn't ask him about the fill mixture ratio, but the bag has a wonderful hand feel. The fill gives the bag an absolute wonderful hand feel. When I grip it, my butterfly grip, there's enough fill in here I can lock the bag down. It still has a little bit of movement to it because of the looseness and the flop. There's a little bit of movement, not a ton, which means I have complete control. The bag's not moving on me in my throw, so I have complete control. When I release the bag, I can manipulate how I want it to come out. These bags are also ACO stamped, so if you're playing the ACO, you can throw the D10s. Let's go and dive in, talk more about playability on these, and it's a versatile bag. You've got the control here on the slow side, as I mentioned, where you can throw blockers up there. You can put the blockers where you want. I will say, because of the flop on the bags, if you get this level 2, level 3, maybe a level 4 blocker, you've got to be more intentional, because if you try to push a flop your bag up a long distance, what happens is, especially if you're clipping the corner, what happens is, one, the bags are cording up, smash up, and you kind of push that blocker bag out of the way, and your pushback goes through. Makes it great for the get-arounds, right? So if you're playing against an opponent who throws blockers and you don't have a cut or a roll, but you want a way to get around them, these D10s are awesome, to where you can just aim for the corner of their bag, smash into it, spin their bag out of the way, take your bag in. But like I said, when you're trying to push your bag, you want to come more in the middle and push it and ride it up. Now, flop your bags do a great job around the hole. So you've got that level 1 or level 0, that bag kind of hanging in the hole. It doesn't take much to come up and pick that bag up, because when you smash into it, what it does is it lifts that bag up and kind of spins it, and it allows that blocker bag to just drop in and drip right in the hole for it. So these bags are great at grabbing each other when they're right there at the hole. Once you get off the hole, you got to be a little more intentional about clipping the middle of it to ride it all the way up. Plenty of speed on the fast side to push through multiple bags if you need to. Catch them, ride them up, no problem whatsoever. Because the flop is here, these bags don't really bunch or clog up in the hole, right? They fold up, melt in really nicely. Didn't have any problems with them when I was trying to collect multiple bags. I had 2 blockers up there trying to push them both with my collect bag. I had no problem with them all 3 going in. These bags are also great for hole runners. And that's where, to me, I think that's where this bag really stands out, is in that hole running side of it, because of the flop and the forgiveness, this bag just grabs the hole. If you get it up near the hole, it's going to grab it going. This is probably one of the drippiest, slinkiest bags that I've thrown, in a sense, especially one that has this much control. This bag feels around the hole, it feels and plays like a faster bag does. The way it just grabs the hole and just kind of slinks right back in, but yet you've got the control of this hybrid material to where you can throw this blocker. So it really kind of combines that fast bag forgiveness with the mid-speed control you get. If that's something you're looking for, I think you're gonna love these D10s. So you get the ability to get up there and just run bags in the hole. And as I mentioned, it has that get around ability that if your opponent's throwing blockers, you've got the option to kind of get around them, smash into them, spin them, bully them out of the way. These bags are also, I do think this is a bag that you can shot shape with. Cuts, rolls, flops, you have that option there. I would say you have to be kind of above average to advanced level to do that. If you're learning, typically a floppy bag, a forgiving bag is not the best thing to learn. If you're trying to learn to shot shape, you want those more aggressive, bouncier, fuller bags. Those are the ones that are the easiest to hop up and learn them. If you have the technique down and you know how to get the bag to come out like you want it to and get the right orientation of the bag, whether you want the side tilts for the cuts or the back load or for the roll, front load for the flops, you can definitely do that with these bags. So you do have that option. I was able to throw some cuts with this bag, which that's usually what I do, is throw cuts. I was able to get my cuts on this bag. Honestly, like I said, with the template size of these bags, when you get blockers with it, you can get aggressive and put that bag more on your opponent's side, kind of go across that middle line more, and you don't have to get super aggressive with the cut to come across and grab it. You're just coming in the middle. And you can just clip that bag, especially if it's right up at the hole, because you'll smash into it, spin that bag around, and then drop it right back in the hole. Like I said, if it's further down, level 2 or 3, then you want to kind of come across maybe a little more of a cut to kind of grab it in the middle and push it right up. But you do have the shot shaping capabilities if you need to for this bag. I think, like I said, I think this bag is better suited for the player who doesn't do a lot of cuts, rolls, and flops, but you want a bag to deal with your opponent's blockers because of the get around ability of this bag. And even if you don't smash into it, right, the bag has enough forgiveness to it that you can just sneak around their bag. As long as you can dip that corner of the hole, it'll grab it and pull this bag right back in for you. So you've definitely got that get around ability with these D10s. Honestly, if I were to compare this bag reminds me a ton of the Brotherhood Guardian X. The fast side is different. This uses the same material, but it's the other side of the fast side. The fill's a little different. Same slow side to it. Same kind of template and looseness to it. Same kind of flop to it. So if you like the Brotherhood Guardian X's, I think you'll love these D10s, and I think you'll love the control of this fast side, this fast side material a little better than that. But definitely, if that's a bag you throw on the ACL side and you want an ACO bag to match, I think this D10 is a big great option for you. Leads me into availability. Mann Bags has their website, mannbags.com. As always, I'll put a link down in the description for you guys. Bags for $70 for a set. It's $10 shipping, so $80 shipped to you. Phenomenal price. It's kind of that low price point for ACO stamp bags. So if you've been thinking about trying out a bag like this, or if this bag intrigues you, maybe you don't typically throw looser bags, but you're interested in trying one out, for the $80 price point, it's worth taking a risk to give these D10s a run. If you've thrown these, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about them. Always love hearing your guys' opinions. As always, I thank you so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.